So when you're adding and subtracting numbers in scientific notation, the rule is that you have to line up decimal place. And one way you can do that is by getting the powers of 10 to match. Now, if you try that in this case, hopefully you pause this video and give this a try, you'll see that this could get a bit hairy. I'm going to turn these scientific notations into conventional form. 1.23, and we're going to move that decimal over 4 times. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and rewrite that just in its conventional form. So that decimal is now 4 spots over where it used to be. All right, so in other words, we've gotten rid of the scientific notation. And we'll do the same thing for this part right here. And so that's 9. The decimal is between the 9 and the 8. And we're going to move that 5 over, or multiply by 10 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, one more. And so we have the conventional form of that number written like that. I'll put a comma here too. So now we have two regular numbers in regular convention form. It's a little easier to see how they line up. So we'll line up the ones, the tens, the hundreds, and so on. There's my comma, and there's my decimal. We haven't changed the values of these numbers. We've just rewritten them into the normal conventional form. These sig figs, all right, correspond to those digits. And in scientific notation, all the digits in the coefficient are significant. So all of those digits are significant, and all of these digits are significant. In other words, these trailing zeros, even though I put a decimal here, all right, these trailing zeros are not significant. Okay, in fact, I'll just erase these decimals so it doesn't confuse anybody. There we go. Now we'll just add them because when you subtract the negative, that's essentially what you're doing. And they're just going to be 9 nines, all 999900. So the rule is your answer can't have more precision, or let's say can't have more significant figures to the right of the number that has the least precision. And they both have the same precision. So both of these numbers, the one on the top and the one on the second row, they both have precision, measuredness, until we learn about what precision is, to the hundreds place. All right, so your answer has to have a significant figure there. Our answer, following sig fig rules, is 999,900. And we should turn this back into scientific notation because written in this form, these aren't significant, and you know that because of the rules. But we can make it certain by rewriting this in scientific notation. All right, so we'll move this decimal over that's implied there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times to get the coefficient between greater than or equal to 1 and less than 10. This is barely less than 10. Right, so those are all my sig figs. I didn't rewrite that here because those zeros, again, are not significant. I need the times 10, and the number place I moved it over is 5. This number here is equivalent to that number there, which is the answer to this problem. I hope that helped. Slowing it down, maybe you can replay this video if you want, because I had a few questions on this one. Thanks for bringing this up. Once again, always question your teacher if something doesn't sit well with you.